What's up, YouTube fam? It's Mahogany here, and today we are getting in the kitchen. Now, I don't know about y'all, but for the past week and a half, I've just been wanting Alfredo. Anything Alfredo. I just want Alfredo. So today I decided that I was going to make some Cajun chicken, shrimp, and sausage Alfredo. And I was like, why not bring y'all in the kitchen with me so y'all can see all the magic that I create. So in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how I create my awesome, most amazing, most buttery, most niceness. I don't even know what to describe this as because this is literally the best Cajun Alfredo recipe you guys are going to put your hands on. So here are the ingredients that I'm using. I'm also going to link them down in my bio below, but first we're going to grab our chopping board and we are about to chop all of our veggies. So first we're going to start off with chopping our green onion. Now when you're looking at this, please do not judge, okay? I literally have no idea what I was doing with this green onion. I didn't even know how to chop this. I didn't even know what parts are supposed to be chopped, but it got chopped, and I'm gonna tell y'all what. Who knows? But another thing I did not know is I did not know green onions burn the same as regular onions. Y'all, when I was cutting these onions, I was in this thing struggling. But now that that's chopped up, we are now going to move on to our green pepper. Now the same with the onions. When it comes to chopping veggies, I usually get my veggies pre-chopped. I'm not even going to sit around here and lie to y'all. But I decided to chop my own veggies today, and I think I did pretty good. But they weren't looking professional like how I see it. Another thing with veggies that I hate, I don't know about y'all, is like after I wash my veggies, I always forget to take the sticker off. We're gonna get it together. I promise you. 2023, we're gonna get it together. But I did take the sticker off the red pepper, so don't nobody try and give me my comments. And here I am trying to chop my veggie as best as I can. But I'm not gonna lie, the more I started chopping my veggies, the better I was getting with chopping them. But yes, so now we're going in and we're just chopping up the red pepper, getting that all nice sliced and diced, and then we're gonna put that in our bowl. We're gonna put that to the side, and we're gonna grab our next veggie, which is gonna be our onion and sweet tea. When I tell y'all the strength it took me to continue this video after cutting this onion, this is number one reason why I always buy my veggies pre-chopped. I almost quit in the middle of this video. My eyes were watering so bad trying to get this onion chopped. I wasn't even about to chop the whole onion. That one little piece I had right here is where I was contemplating. I was like, you know what? Is it even worth it? I pushed through, y'all. I pushed through. But Lord, pre-chopped veggies, always for me. But anyways, as y'all can see by the way it was terribly chopped, we got through the onions and now all our veggies are nice and chopped and separated. So we're going to put those to the side. And then now we're going to go ahead and fill our pot with water. Now I normally don't fill my pot like this. I usually fill it over the sink, but I just wanted to get it in the thing. So now we're going to put this on the oven. I'm going to put that on a medium temperature, and then I add a little bit of salt into my water. I'm going to wait for that to boil, and then we're going to add our noodles. So while that's in there, we're going to go ahead and start to season and marinate our chicken. Now whenever I fry a protein on the stove, I always like to coat my protein in oil before I go in with the seasonings. So now I'm going in for my chicken, and I'm doing parsley, black pepper. I'm also going to go in with some complete seasoning, and then we're also going to go in with this Caribbean season. Now I am going to point this out in this video. I only use 2 pieces of chicken breast. That's because I personally, when I eat Alfredo, I like to chop my chicken and only put it on the top. I don't like my chicken inside my pasta. But if you do want your chicken on top and inside of your pasta, I would tell you to do 3 to 4 pieces of chicken instead of the 2 that I did. But after I went and got my chicken all nice and seasoned, I'm just going in and getting it all worked in there. Y'all see how look how good that look. She is marinated and she is seasoned. So now after we do that, I'm just going to go ahead and we're moving on to the shrimp. Now for my shrimp, you see what I'm doing. I'm basically just peeling my shrimp and I'm putting it into the bowl. So on the outside of the camera, from what you can see, that was just basically me taking the shrimp and peeling it. And now we are about to season it. Now I seasoned my shrimp different from my chicken because I wanted different flavors. So for my shrimp, I wanted more of the seafoody taste. So I'm just using these 3 seasonings that I have that are specifically for seafood. That last container that you're seeing, that is just seafood seasoning that I was gifted from somebody. I don't know what it is. It's just a concoction that was given to me. So now I'm just taking that in and I am just working that all in the bowl into the shrimp. Now we're going in and we're gonna cut up my sausage. Now with the sausage, you guys, I didn't season it just because it was already seasoned. I can't remember exactly what the type of seasoning it was, but it was from the Zatarain's brand. So I felt no need to go in afterwards and add my own in. So now that our protein is all nice and seasoned and just soaking and just looking absolutely divine, just amazing, we are now going to move on over to the stove. Now I'm starting off with butter. If you're not in the kitchen adding butter, I don't know, get out the kitchen, all right? Just get out. Now before I do that, I am gonna put my noodles in so it can cook while I'm cooking my protein. But the first thing I decided to cook was my chicken. So I'm going into my pan with that butter and I'm adding in the chicken. And I'm just gonna fry these on both sides for about 5 to 6 minutes. It all depends on how you want your chicken. I like my chicken to be seared nice and burnt. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. So that is how I have it cooking on my pan in that butter. If you want to, you can add more. I add about 1 to 2 tablespoons of butter whenever I cook, and so you can see it's just sitting there cooking. And then now I'm about to go ahead and flip that chicken. Y'all see it? Burnt. That is how I like my chicken to be. Blackened. Nice and good. So I'm just going ahead and I'm going to flip it, and then we're just going to let that cook a little bit more. Now after we do that, I'm just going to go in with the shrimp. Now I know it looks like my pan is burnt. I promise you it's not. It's just all the seasoning stuff that just settled to the bottom. Like I said, I love cooking with butter. So after I add that shrimp in, I'm literally just going to add in 2 more tablespoons of butter, and then we're just going to stir that all in. And I promise y'all, all that stuff y'all see at the bottom, it's not burntness. I know what I'm doing in the kitchen. Don't try and play me, okay? So like I said, you see that butter going in and melting, and you see the pan just looking just scrumptious. So now we're going in and we're frying our sausages, and as you can see, I went in and I added another 2 tablespoons of butter. So anytime I ever switched over my proteins, I always made sure I went and add butter. So now we're gonna put that to the side after it has cooked. Now I put my meat to the side. I always leave all the butter and stuff that was cooked in while it's sitting in the pan because I like it to sit there and marinate. I don't like my protein sitting out just dry. Now we're going back in that pan with another 2 tablespoons of butter, and now we're about to start making the sauce. So in that tablespoon of butter, I'm just going to slowly start adding in all of my veggies that we cut up in the beginning, and we're just going to want to saute these for about 5 to 7 minutes. It all depends on how you want your sauteed. I like to saute mine until they're nice and translucent and soft. The way my house was smelling after this, y'all, it made me want to make tacos. Not even gonna lie with y'all. It was just smelling so good. But now that you see that they're nice and translucent, I'm just gonna go ahead and add in my heavy cream. And so we're gonna get that all worked in, and I'm just gonna let that get nice and soak and boil for a little second. And then after we do that, I'm gonna go in with just a little bit of chicken broth. You can also use chicken stock, but I decided to use chicken broth today. And I like to just add a little bit just to give my sauce just a little kick of flavor into it. And so we're just gonna let that all come together, and we're gonna let that boil. If you do want your sauce to be a little bit more on the thicker side, you can also add in Parmesan cheese. I personally like to add mine on the top of my pasta, not in the sauce. So now you see I'm grabbing my noodles off of the stove, and I'm just gonna transfer them into this bowl. Don't ask me how I did it. But now we're gonna put our sauce right on top of those noodles. Now also, before I did this, I didn't get this on camera, but I added all my proteins into the sauce before I put it all on top of the noodles. I like it to just cook for a little bit before I add it in. So now we're gonna take all that and we're adding it into the bowl, and we're just mixing it. Now you can mix it all here, or you can mix it in the pan while the sauce is cooking. It's all up to you. I personally like my protein to just soak a little bit in the sauce before I add it in. So now I'm just mixing it all in, making sure it's getting good. So now we are about to top the pasta. So I'm going back in with that chicken. Like I said, I don't like my chicken in my pasta personally. That's just me. If you do, you can, but I like to slice my chicken up and just place it on top. I like to eat them separate. I know that sounds weird, but this is my belly, not y'all. So y'all make it how y'all want to. Okay, don't be judging my preferences. So now I'm just sitting here trying to get the chicken to look all pretty for presentation purposes. And also with my shrimp, I didn't add all my shrimp in to the sauce. I left some on the side just so I can get some nice, cute little presentation pictures. And so I'm going on top with parsley, because you know us and parsley you gotta have the parsley flakes on there. And I also end with a little bit of paprika just for color. And then I'm topping it on top with the Parmesan cheese. And then I decided to get a little extra fancy, and I made me some breadsticks, nice garlic, buttery, soft breadsticks. And here we go. Here is my Cajun chicken, shrimp, and sausage Alfredo. This was so good. It was so juicy. The chicken, look, I'm getting lost for words even talking about this. I'm over here reminiscing. My mouth is over here watering. This was the best pasta ever. Super good, super delicious. It was super easy and quick to make. This took me less than 30 minutes. So if you're ever looking for something to make quick and easy for dinner,